thinking about worship as formation is, I think, a really important way that we should be thinking about how we do church in general, right? One of the things we've fallen into sometimes in our just day-to-day language is when we say worship, we mean singing songs, right? But of course, worship is much bigger than singing songs. Even, in our churches on a Sunday morning or a Saturday night when we meet, we worship, that's what we're doing is everything that we do from the moment that we come together to the moment that we go out the doors together, right? And so as we're planning our worship, that's not something that only the music leaders need to be doing on their own, and really the responsibility for creating formational spaces for people trying to follow Jesus doesn't land only on the worship pastor, but it's really part of what it is to pastor people in public. That's a whole team project. So the worship pastor, the lead pastor, and the other folks who are involved in pastoring children and everyone else in the community need to be paying attention to the way that what we do in our spaces together is forming people. What are we calling people to? What are we telling people that they are, right? Am I a consumer or am I a participant? Am I a person who's there to be made comfortable or a person who's there to be challenged? And what's the centrality of the cross in this? What's the message of the resurrection and the mission of God? Now, all of these things are like stops on an organ. They don't all have to be played all the time, right? As we're thinking about formation, there's not like a hardcore rule book that you have to follow. The main thing from my perspective is awareness. We have to be aware that as folks are coming in the door, they're being formed in a certain way by the stuff that we lead them through. And we need to know that everything we're doing is forming. So there's an end that we are ultimately leaning towards. We need to be aware of that, pay attention to it, and ask God into that with us.